Welcome to Weeks Ahead AI, where business owners learn how to use AI to save time, cut costs, and stay weeks ahead.
Welcome back to Weeks Ahead AI. I'm Brad. We've got Terry and Mitch with us. Hello again, guys. We've got another special guest this week, Mason Decker of Eagle Surveying, president of Eagle Surveying. Welcome, Mason.
Thanks for having me. Love the podcast.
You've been listening?
Oh, yeah, every episode.
All right. We've got at least one listeners, guys.
Yeah. He's on 2.5 speed, so he gets it over with quick.
Did
But
Brad
he's there.
just say one listeners? I think he said one and then listeners. So
Right, yeah.
He knows how to build buildings and sell them.
I'm not perfect.
I like and subscribe, rate 5 stars, unsubscribe, resubscribe. So
Give us lots of.
doing everything you guys try to
well,
help
we
you guys
thank you
out.
for that, Mason.
We really do appreciate it. So, yeah, like I said, Mason is the president of Eagle Surveying. Eagle Surveying started about 10 years ago?
Yes, sir.
And you've been with them since day one,
Mm-hmm.
but been in the industry a little longer than that.
Yep. Fresh out of high school. Thought it was going to be a summer job, and here I am.
Okay. So, high school, that started 10 years ago. You've been out of high school longer than
Come on.
that? You're older than you look.
Take the compliment,
Yeah, I
Mason.
appreciate that.
Well, what kind of what are we talking about surveying? What are we talking about? Like,
Yeah.
what's your favorite? Is Pepsi or Coke your favorite?
No, we're not
drink?
doing any of that.
Not
I
that.
do enjoy that, but it basically boils down to, for anybody who has no idea what it is, measuring land. You know, land is a very valuable asset. People that are buying it, selling it, developing it want to know exactly what they have, what they're working with, the constraints that they're trying to work within. So that's where we come in and try to provide the highest quality product to our customers as possible.
Okay, so land surveying and all that includes. Okay, cool. Well, I've been hearing through the grapevine, and like you say, you are a listener. We do know you. We do business with you. So I believe it or not, I did know what Eagle Surveying did. but yeah, I think so. But I've been hearing lots of things about what you've been doing with AI and ways you've been trying it in your business and running Eagle and probably in your personal life as well. So we thought we'd have Mason on today and talk about that and understand kind of how he's using it and
That's
how
what we're
it's
here
moving.
to do.
That's right.
We're
That's what
talking
we're-
about how small businesses can use it.
You know, that's one thing I'll say about y'all's podcast real quick is I've tried so many different AI podcasts, and it's like they're talking about coding or some stuff that has nothing to do with the day-to-day business application of, small to medium-sized businesses. And I think that's a big thing that I was interested with what you guys were doing, and then I'm sure there's going to be a lot of listeners out there as well. Just the one for now, but I think you guys
more to come.
it's going to start picking up
Little
steam.
known fact, Mason.
Appreciate that.
We originally started with Average Joe AI. So that's to your point.
I like
that's
it.
what we were.
The
that's-
weeks ahead works.
It does.
Because
It does.
it's-
for a little bit.
You are not staying ahead. No matter how hard you try,
That's what we're
you
finding.
cannot stay ahead of it.
That's
So,
what we're finding for sure.
Hey, before he jumps into exactly how he's using, can you
Yeah.
give us a sense for the listeners, just what size of an organization is Eagle?
Yep. So we're about 50 people right now, which in strictly surveying terms being not multidiscipline, meaning we're not doing engineering, we're not doing sub-utility work, anything like that. We're a pretty decent-sized land surveying operation. So
How many are in the office?
probably 25 of those.
So
I'd say.
pretty heavy load.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other half field guys out there day to day doing the field work. So.
Correct.
Well, it's been pretty good growth. Really, I like it was started from scratch 10
Yep.
years ago with Dan, Rick, and you and a
Yep.
few other guys, and here you are now. So
A lot of ups and downs, but we've been fortunate and blessed to grow every single year, and AI is going to help us ramp that up.
even more.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Well, let's start with your journey. Where did you get started? How did you kind of get started thinking about AI and
Yep.
just the early days for Mason in AI?
Obviously, I was hearing about it through social media and different people talking about it, but my first actual use case of it was the Plaud.
The Plaud.
Nice.
I believe that actually originated from you.
Yeah.
Got one, saw what it was capable of, and I said, okay, we need to get into everything we can.
There's magic here, huh?
Yes. It changed everything, and then the next thing was obviously ChatGPT, like most people, and been trying to keep up ever since.
For anybody, I know we had an episode on the Plaud, but if you're listening and you haven't bought one yet, or you're just tuning in now, we still swear by that thing. The Plaud is a game changer. I recommended it, highly recommended it to somebody again yesterday. It said this will change your life. Get you one of these, and so it is a big deal.
I've never been excited about a product before and tried to pre-order it, but as soon as they dropped the teaser for the Plaud Note Pro, the day it opened up, I pre-ordered it. So I don't know what it is. I don't know how it's going to change, but if it's anything better than what I have now, I have to have it.
When do you expect to get that?
It's
Do we know
supposed to
yet?
be delivered in October.
Nice.
Yep.
So Mason will be back at the end of October. Second.
Telling
Weeks
us about
ahead-er.
Yeah.
Weeks ahead.
telling us about the latest updates. Well, if you don't know where else, you can find the Plaud on their website or on Amazon, or you can go to our website, weeksahead.ai, and we've got a link to it there.
You guys need to tag in no free ads whenever you say stuff like that.
No free ads.
No free ads.
Okay.
Hopefully they sponsor.
No free ads. We're learning so much today.
We know they're listening.
Yeah.
Well, so the Plaud, and then that kind of got you thinking, well, how else can I use it in our business?
Yes.
Yeah, and so what were kind of your next steps beyond the Plaud?
Well, it was the free version of ChatGPT.
Right.
And from the first response that I got from it, I said, okay, let's go ahead and upgrade to the, not the Pro.
Took
but,
about 4 minutes.
yeah, whatever the next version below the Pro is. I ran with that for probably a month, maybe 2 months. And that's when I started exploring, okay, how can I get this out to more of my team members? Because if I'm getting so much out of this, it's only going to help them as well. And that's when we went to the Enterprise plan. And now I have, I'm going to say 15 users on our business Teams plan, if you would.
Wow.
And been rolling with that ever since. I am a chat guy. I'm an Apple guy. I'm a chat guy. Drive a Chevy.
So if you drive a Chevy, you use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Andrew is Zen guy.
Yeah, and I'm a Zen guy. I'm very, very loyal to my products. So,
Well, I'm a chat guy too.
Yes.
I'm there with you.
No free ads.
No free.
No free.
no free.
And it's okay. And it's okay to be wrong, right?
Maybe Zen gets a free ad.
Zen's going to sponsor us. Okay. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. Well, we're excited to really dig in a little deeper, and again, thanks for jumping on with us.
Yeah, I'd like to dive into some examples. Mason and I have worked together on some stuff, and I have come back every time going, man, I thought we were really pushing the envelope. Is that right?
Yeah.
Pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
I really thought we were, and then I go spend some time with Mason, and I'm like, man, he's using it in ways that I never thought possible.
Yeah.
And Mitch was always that guy for me.
Sure.
Brad, we've talked about this, and like Mitch always, looks at things through a different lens. But some of the stuff Mason's doing is so practical and helpful in business that I'd love for you to just go through some of the examples. You have a business owner, or somebody in a leadership position in a business out there listening. Like, there's so many times that they ask, what does this mean for me? How can I really benefit from it? So share some of your examples.
Yeah. Well, first of all, when Terry says he's been working with me, just for clarification, he's been what I would call mentoring and coaching me on how to go from being just a very effective at my job and a manager, if you would, to actually becoming a operator of a business. And, this AI journey I've been on combined with that has been so eye-opening to how everything that I look at, what we're doing, how we're doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know who on this podcast said it, but I said it in my team meeting I hosted the other day. Anything I do, I want you guys, the first thing that comes to mind is how can I use AI to automate this, make this easier,
Right.
make it, I can repeat this process over and over again. So to get into what you were talking about, though, with what
That's a great great shout out to Terry. I second that. Terry, anybody listening that needs some, really though. I mean, yeah, you don't want to open yourself up for consulting, but he's a stud on.
He read my notes that day.
That's what happened. This is about Mason.
Yeah.
So good,
Okay.
Yeah. So, some of the things that Terry saw that I think that he liked was, first of all, being in my position, I have so much coming at me every single day. Clients, employees, problem after problem that requires my attention. Mm-hmm. And I was really struggling starting out to even figure out, where am I actually wasting my time? Then it dawned on me, I'm going to take my Plaud. I'm going to record my entire day. I'm going to speak out loud what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. If somebody walks into my office, I make it a point to say their name. For example, Tyler walks in my office, I say, hey, Tyler, what's going on? Blah, blah. We have our conversation. He walks out. I pick it back up, say, okay, Tyler came in. He's gone.
You had
now.
it recording the whole day.
The entire day.
So you did your own documentary on a day in the life of Mason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty boring.
Isn't there
No,
a
that's
5-hour limitation with the Plaud? It records, and at 5 hours it shuts off and starts over?
No.
Okay.
The transcription goes away. It'll still summarize. You will not get the transcription anymore.
Which, by the way, the Pro, I think you were sharing with me.
Correct. And another thing with the Pro is you won't have to hit the switch when you go from phone call to in
Just
person.
recording, yeah.
Yes. So that's going to be great.
So you're recording your whole day.
Recorded my whole day. Give it back. I take the summary that it produces inside of Plaud. I give it to Chat, and it's a little fuzzy the first go around. So I'm like, okay. Then I start communicating with Chat what I'm trying to do, why I'm trying to do it, what I want the end goal to be, and it starts giving me feedback. Okay, here's the things you need to do. For example, just reset it at 2.5 hours, because the transcription, that's valuable information. You can't get everything out of the summary. So did that the next day. Gave Chat all my transcriptions as well as the summaries from my Plaud, and it mapped out my entire day. I did it for probably the full week.
Wow.
And it told me, you're spending X amount of time on emails. You're spending X amount of time doing quotes. You're spending X amount of time on phone calls. And it helped me just see, okay, that was step one. Where's my time going? Because you get to the end of the day, you have no idea where your time went.
That's right.
That really kicked off me going deeper into, how can I take both of these services and utilize them both together? So had ChatGPT make me a custom template for my Plaud, so that as soon as Plaud was done transcribing, the format was exactly the way I wanted it.
Now, did Plaud, because I see these custom summaries inside Plaud all the time. You guys, I have a habit of only using the same
I use
one,
that same one most
every time. But did you upload it to Plaud, and is it an option that I could go on my Plaud? Do you think could I find the Mason, whatever you called it?
So actually, there's two versions. There's one that you can post publicly, where Plaud actually reviews it before they post it on there. I didn't realize that's what I did the first time, and they actually rejected it because it was they said this is for personal.
Too many bathroom breaks.
Yeah. But there's another one where you can just make it for your own internal use.
Okay.
Now, there's so many solutions to getting there. I mean, I could just send you the chat straight over to you, and you can upload it to your AI of choice and help it create your own template for yourself.
So what does that do?
It delivers things in the exact way that you want to see them. So, for example, and it's always building. It's always changing. You're thinking of ways that, okay,
Your template's always changing.
yes, I'm making it better, finding things I like, things I don't like. So, for example, a recent change I just made was I tell Chat, I just take my transcription and my summary straight from Plaud, give it to Chat, but I always make meeting templates before. If it's a one-on-one, if it's something, I mean, like I told you guys, I had 5.
An agenda for a meeting.
Yes. So I'll give Chat all 3 of those. Don't tap on the table. I'll give Chat all 3 of those: my template, summary, and transcription.
Yeah.
It follows my agenda of the meeting that I made. So if I miss something, if for some reason we do not talk about something that was on the agenda, it's going to flag that for me and say, hey, you didn't talk about this. It was on your agenda.
That's awesome.
It builds on it from there to it picks action items and it picks names. So, Mitch, you're supposed to do this, this, and this. Terry's supposed to do this, this, and this. Myself, it'll even suggest dates.
I don't have anything to do.
No, sorry. Brad. Yeah.
No.
Who's Brad?
Yeah. It will suggest dates if dates are brought up, mentioned as to when you want to have these things done, so and so. And then the last section that I have it do now is provide feedback and suggestions. So when I put this into chat, and chat knows everything about me, the business, how we're operating, what we're doing, how I'm trying to do things, it will provide feedback and suggestions based off everything else that's already been there, as well as it'll review my performance. What did I do good? How did I communicate well? And it'll provide suggestions for improvement.
So you've made your own coach.
Exactly. And
That's really cool.
It is cool.
Yep.
I mean, I just never thought of putting the meeting agenda in there with the other things, and now he's got a
Very
record
slick.
of.
And you're still changing it as you, like every 2-3 weeks, or how often do you think you have to make a change?
right now, I'd say I've probably made a change once a week, probably.
And that's easy to do.
Very easy because I'm also a very big fan of using the project folders inside of ChatGPT because then everything related to that topic is only in there. So my meeting summarizer, it's all right there. So as I want to change something, I can see where I've been, where I've come, make small suggestions, and
awesome.
As well as just asking chat, help me brainstorm this. This is what I'm working on. Help me brainstorm. How can I improve this?
And you didn't talk to anybody that told you, Mason, you should go do this. These are just ideas that you had. And so when we talk about on this show from time to time, like just you're your own limitation,
Right.
Because there is no limitation with
Right.
AI.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I think it's a lot like what we talked about in that when we talked about the prompting and just trying to get better at the prompting, but just same thing, just open your mind more to what can be done. And that's what I like about these discussions though too. Some of what Mason's telling us now, I haven't thought to do, and I'm sure there's other people listening that haven't thought to do it. So, man, very, very valuable. And anyone listening, you got ideas that we haven't mentioned that you think we should be talking about, that's what we want to hear about as well.
well, and I happen to be in a meeting with Mason recently, and to all of his people that were in this meeting, within 3 minutes of this meeting being completed, this had been generated and sent to them. And I don't know how that all works in the background, but you were able to deliver a summary to everybody pretty much on demand.
Yep.
Wow.
With specific responsibilities, ownership, due dates, the whole 9 yards.
Do you
Very
send
cool.
an email with their to-dos, or do you stick it into a project management software as well? Or how do you track? We get to the next meeting, or do you just go down a list from the to-dos the week before and say, did you do this? Did you do this? Is that how you manage it?
Right now, yes, but to add into that, I've also created my own to-do list tracker inside of ChatGPT.
Okay.
Where I can give it as much or as little information as I can, and it will take that context and say, okay, for example, I could send a chat to this project folder and say, add this to my to-do list, priority 1, do this date, and that's it. It's going to put it on there. It'll have it all organized. It'll structure it in with everything else that's already on the to-do list. Or I can give it tons of information. I may not provide very much context, but maybe I gave it emails or documents or whatever it may be. And it will go through and categorize, prioritize. It'll try to come up with its own assumptions of what that is. And then from there, I use the scheduled tool that's inside of chat. And every morning, I get an email with my to-do list. I also get a pop-up notification with it. What's upcoming, what's due today, what's past due. So to answer your question about how do I follow up with that, yes. For my employees, it's just the email. But for my follow-up, I take that straight from the summary, straight into that, the to-do list chat, if you would, and it puts it all together for me.
So instead of having 20 things in your head that you need to do and getting 12 of them done, now you've got the 8 following you.
Correct.
So a lot of
pretty
people, I grew up in a world where Outlook was all
Almost
my
here.
reminders. All of my reminders were through Outlook, right? And so you don't even use that,
Nope.
really. Like
No.
you're going straight to your ChatGPT, and that's your to-do list for the day.
Do you write paper notes anymore?
No,
You're just
absolutely
done
not.
with paper.
Done. Don't use it.
So you're saving the environment.
Oh, I'm
That's
a huge
Single-handedly.
environmentalist.
So surveying the environment and saving it at the same time.
Exactly.
Now, what you were describing a moment ago, you're not talking about the newest feature, the Pulse, the chat.
Pulse.
Have you started into that?
So every day I get a notification from chat letting me know if I have it yet. I'm waiting.
You don't
Wait,
have. They
it-
haven't actually released the
it's
Pulse.
on-
I'm
Pro.
hoping there are some listeners that are with me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so Pulse it's on the pro version of chat right now. It takes everything that you do, what your interests, what's your workflow, whatever you can think of. Obviously, we're not going to limit what AI can do. And also, from what I've read, you'll be able to customize how it interacts. At the end of the day, it goes and pulls all this stuff for you. So, for example, it could give me an email summary. It could put together my to-do list, my unread email summary, things I'm into, like updates on AI or sports,
Workout, fitness routines,
whatever you want it to. And then first thing in the morning, you click on your chat. I anticipate there's going to be a button like, here's your daily pulse, and it gives you a summary of everything from yesterday and today.
It's kind of feeding you things it knows that you like and you're interested in, almost like if your Twitter feed, but really more obviously AI generated and focused.
I'm feeling like the Android user that refuses to switch to Apple right now.
OpenAI is gonna.
Grok has a giant context window that's bigger than ChatGPT.
Well, and for business purposes, I don't know this. When I read about Pulse, I've read several articles, but it seemed a little more like, that sounds pretty cool for like consumer. Just what am I interested, like my sports team or my workout routines or whatever, my food, my recipes I might like. But I think there's certainly going to be some business applications.
It's kind of like the Google notifications that you can set up in your email, right? It's using your Google search history, and then it sends you relevant information.
Right.
But this is going to do it based on what you're chatting with ChatGPT about.
Yes, exactly.
So, but back up a second. So obviously Pulse you're not quite using yet, but the tool that you're having it send you every day, or the reminders and the what is that?
It's a feature that's just on chat right now. It's scheduled events or something like that, and whatever chat project folder task, whatever it is that you think of, you can set a scheduled push notification, and you can enable email, or if you only want it on to pop up as a notification on your phone, you can do that as well.
I use that. I set one up a long time ago to tell me when it's time to pack up and leave for work.
Yeah.
Because I get distracted and lost, and to this day I still get a notification that pops up like 20 minutes before I have to get home and time to get my kid to soccer practice. And
That's cool.
I use ChatGPT, but it's pretty handy.
That feature still popping up.
You probably have no idea how to make it go away.
No idea. I don't know how to log in anymore.
Well, I have found it, and this isn't the same thing, but anytime that ChatGPT is telling me, and again, I've named my gal Tess, but anytime she says, hey, Brad, I'll work on that and get back to you on that tomorrow, she never does. She never gets back to me on anything. But this is different.
You don't say please enough.
You're being too nice to chat.
Oh, here's one that said he's not being nice enough, and this one's saying he's being too nice.
Well, that's another really interesting use case there.
On the same subject of the meeting summarizer, I also have one for meeting prep, where I've taken how to win friends and influence people, and habits of highly effective people, to even Jocko Willink's Extreme Ownership, and I have done deep research on these books inside of ChatGPT, compiled all the core principles of them, and now it's in a project folder. And when I'm preparing for a meeting, I'll specify, is this a one-on-one? Is this a good meeting, a bad meeting? Is this a team meeting? And I'll just run through everything I want to hit in the meeting, and it will find points to recommend, like, here's how you need to communicate this. Here's this and that. Yeah.
And Mason,
Very
you don't
cool.
you don't consider yourself like a exceptionally seasoned professional in technology or any, whatever.
No,
Right? We're just regular guys.
I'm trying to
that.
hold on. I'm trying to hold on to.
So I guess that what's cool about that is, anybody can do this. And this is off the shelf. This is ChatGPT. How much are you paying for your subscription? With like your
$20 a month.
I mean,
What a
there's
valuable tool. I mean,
Yeah.
and this is like at its most basic level of AI, but he's taken it and pushed it and done some really cool things, I think.
Yep.
That is awesome.
have you considered? I think we've mentioned on here, but have you considered getting like a personality test of some of those key employees and integrating that as when you're building that meeting agenda?
Yeah. So actually, that was, oddly enough, that was one of the, I may have heard about that from you. That was one of the earliest things that I did that I thought was advanced with ChatGPT. Was I took a Big Five personality test, I gave it the results, and for the business application and leadership application, I gave it instructions. Where I'm going to come up short.
Yeah.
You know how I see the world. You know how I may interact with this person. Find my shortcomings and tell me about them beforehand.
And then make it their problem.
Yeah. Exactly. So, for example, I can come across as being very direct and
Stoic.
stern. Okay, yes, I like that.
Sophisticated.
Sure. With the problem where that comes in, though, is certain employees, when you communicate that way with them, they're not going to receive that very well. And that was an early thing of, hey, you're not going to think about this in the right lens. Be careful in this area with how you interact with people.
That's awesome.
Yes. And also getting it onto the team. Yes, Brad, that is the goal, is to have at least all my leadership team take it as well.
That's what I was going to ask, because how long has this journey been for you? Like, to get to where you are today, how long have you been playing with this?
Less than a year? I mean, it hasn't been.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the Plauds in November last year, right?
Yes.
So you're sitting here today, and what happens if you leave your Plaud at home?
I go home and go get it.
And if we took you out of ChatGPT and removed it from your computer,
Less than ideal.
yeah.
Fall apart. He'd fall apart.
No, I've tried to be careful about being over reliant on it so that I don't lose what I think is my edge, that, how I operate the way I do. So I'd try to really look at it as this is just a tool. And I try to start everything that I'm doing with myself first and then use it as a tool from there. But if you took my Plaud, that's the one I can't go without.
But you're using it, to augment what you already kind of know how to do and how you think about how you see the world, and just augment, make me better, help me more.
So you're on square one. You're trying to figure out how to use it. Did you just start punching buttons and like, if I screw up, I'll fix it and figure it out? Or did you go to YouTube, X? Like, where did you spend your time?
It's all chat. Now, there's a lot of
Tell
stuff.
me how to use you, basically.
Yeah. Now, there was a lot of, obviously, stuff on YouTube and Instagram, even just the short reels, if you would, that gave me insights as to new stuff I could try. There was a feature that I was fortunate to have been picked for the beta testing on chat, where one night I'm putting my daughter to bed. She's already asleep, but I'm laying there in her bed with my phone out with chat, talking to it about work. And it had this feature where you got done with something and it would bring up 3 or 4 different paths to go down. And instead of typing, you would just click one and it would take you down that path. And I stayed in my daughter's bed until 11 o'clock that night, going down this rabbit hole. And I ask chat all the time, when is that feature?
Give me more of that.
They took it away.
You know what's crazy is I've noticed that feature recently on Grok. As you're interacting, it has 3 prompts of like, this is where I think you're headed next, and you can literally just click it, and then it populates and it starts taking you down that path. And I just noticed that really about a week ago.
And then the great thing is you can go back to where you take that initial branch off and go a different direction and
Yes.
see what happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, I don't have this feature anymore, as I stated, but I guess to answer your question, that one night changed the way I look at AI more than anything. And it was chat teaching me,
Recommending
look
different.
at what I can do.
Yeah.
Look at the tool that I am.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
Mason, if you had a listener that's out there that has an enterprise responsibility of 50 people in an organization and they're not doing anything today with AI, it's scary.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them? How do you recommend they get started? I mean, is it a peer group? Is it just get on YouTube? Is it just jump into the model and start letting your mind wander? What is it?
This may not be the most thought out answer, but just start. Just open it up, say something, see where it goes. You'll, as long as you're committed to keep on trying to use this, you'll go down that rabbit hole and you'll keep on running with it. It's something that I love to say to my wife that she gets really upset about. She'll ask me
can't
a
wait for
question,
this.
and I'm
Here's a nugget.
yeah. She'll ask me a question as she has her phone in her hand. I said, "Do you have a supercomputer in your hand?"
Yeah.
And that was before AI was even a thing.
Yeah.
And now it's like the world is at your fingertips right now.
Yeah.
If you don't get with it, you're going to get left behind. And that's probably the best way to say
Has
it.
she stopped asking questions?
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm like, if on the 75th time you type her question into ChatGPT,
Yeah.
you would think they don't ask the question
Well,
anymore?
here's a good one for you guys.
Hey, Mason, your wife is awesome.
Yeah, she's great. I'm very blessed.
She might listen, and I know
Oh, she will
she
listen.
is great.
Yeah, she'll listen.
Yeah.
I believe he calls her lucky.
Yeah.
Here's one for you guys. Do you guys still Google?
Not
Oh,
really.
that's a good one. I
really.
really
Rarely.
never Google.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, it drives my wife will Google everything, and it makes me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why
don't
would you
need to-
Google?
Yeah.
It's too much work.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you have the extensions on your web browsers for where it goes straight to chat anyway if you do that?
I do not.
No.
I actually use I've been using DuckDuckGo's version
Okay.
because they've got the private browser and you can just switch over to chat mode, and I like that just because it's
Yeah.
feels more secure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And then if you guys are all iPhone guys, do you use have you enabled it on your phone?
Chat to send you notifications.
No, instead of Siri, well, it's still Siri, but it's powered
OpenAI.
by ChatGPT.
I did hear they changed that. Right.
Yes.
That's fairly new, isn't it?
Can you walk me through that?
Yeah. Go to your
Seriously?
Go to your.
So you have to
I'm-
unlock your phone and go to settings.
Okay.
I
That
want to do
typically-
it right
that
now.
typically looks
yeah.
like a
I do
gearbox.
too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put some show notes in there in case. But you could probably just ask Chat how to do it.
So
But
what does it do?
instead
Siri-
of using Siri,
Siri's
Apple's
like-
AI,
Yeah.
you're really using
Yeah.
right.
Can I say
Siri-
Siri sucks? Is that okay?
Siri's slightly better than Copilot, and that's not saying anything.
I think it is consensus.
Another-
I think it's consensus at this point, Terry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
You guys-
I'm distracted trying to get
How
it set up
much-
on the phone. Anyway,
You go back to a year ago today. How much more work do you get done in a typical day now that you're using AI the way you're using it? And maybe you're not getting more done. I assume you are, but I would say how much time are you saving? And then also, what would you grade your work quality on a scale of 1 to 10 versus what it used to be?
So, how much more am I getting done? Honestly, at this stage, I'm going to say it's maybe not, I'm not getting very much more done. The quality of it, though, is light years ahead. However, I think it can be a time waster sometimes too, because you can find yourself going down this rabbit hole and trying to, I'm a perfectionist, so I'll try to make this chat work perfectly with whatever it is I'm trying to do. And, I'll look up and I've spent 3 hours. I'm like, ooh.
All I was asking was what
Brad-
color shirt
Brad
I was wearing.
Brad's needing his survey. Let me get back to that.
Yeah. But again, like you said, I mean, I didn't even realize we got the Plauds in November. This is all so new and it's getting so much better. So am I getting a lot more done right now? Maybe not necessarily. This time next year, It's just going to be flying.
I want to hit on that because I think that we recognize that some of these retail tools like ChatGPT and Grok and any of them, that they do have some limitations, right? And they're as great as they are, and they are. You've shown us some things or talked about some things today that really opened my eyes even more, but they do have some limitations, and so I think you're also thinking and trying to work on some things that are a little more specialized for your business, right? And that you're building from scratch and or having built from scratch. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, here's the easiest one for any organization to do. The best thing that I've done with Chat actually is I took our employee handbook, all of our policies and procedures, I put it in a shared project folder inside of Chat. My managers, they don't have to ask, what does the handbook, like, how do we do this? They can ask Chat first, and it's going to reference exactly what it says in the handbook, where it says it, how the handbook says that you're supposed to handle these items or whatever it may be. And that's been massive as far as a custom tool
Have you started getting a lot of emails from your employees with the M hyphen in it?
Yeah.
Are you watching for that?
You have to go tell your Chat not to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it that simple?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go into your special instructions and say, do not ever use M dashes. Yeah.
And misspell a word every now and then so that people know it's me.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
I should do that one.
Well, I think the example I heard Mason used to his employees was somebody had a question about what's our policy on face tattoos, I think. And they can go search and get an answer.
You don't have to ask.
I've got mine designed to always spell Terry with an I.
Yeah.
That's my
Well,
favorite.
you're also working though kind of on like a quoting tool, right? To quote new jobs and trying to implement AI, and that's something that you really kind of had to step outside of ChatGPT to do, right?
Yeah. And I'm not even going to sit here and try to act like I really understand how that's being put together.
It's okay.
However, I'm very confident with how fast it's moving, that the limitations that it's going to give us right now, those are, again, it could be next month that's solved. One example is taking a image of a site, putting limits of the scope of work on there, and then it uses the image, analysis to help formulate estimate for us. And what I've been doing on my own end is toying with that inside of ChatGPT, and I've given it so many parameters and there's so many factors that go into it. However, it gets close.
Starting to learn some
It gets
stuff,
close
isn't it?
on some of the estimates that I do.
So he hired a developer that is helping him with this piece, but I think the long term idea is that you will have developed some technology that will make it really, really easy and really improve accuracy and speed and a lot of things about it. And that's probably something that you have to do outside of these ChatGPT or whatever.
Whatever investment you make into it is worth it every single time.
It certainly seems that way.
And the trial and error component is again something that we, when I hear people say, "Well, I tried that and it didn't work," don't give up.
Yes.
Don't give up. Keep trying because you've got to press a little bit. You've got to put some work into it.
For sure. It's not a click fix my world.
Right.
It still does take work. It still does take. You have to provide the proper inputs. You have to tell it what you want to see out of it. I mean, it's not as simple as press button, problems go away.
So you're spending 3 hours getting the prompt even where you want it so that you get the right information back every time. But then every time moving forward, it's 2 minutes instead of 30 minutes every time you try to solve that problem.
Exactly.
So you may not see the return on your time for 2 or 3 months, but 3 months from now, it's barely
This
even a
30-minute task takes now 30 seconds.
Yes. And then you could hand that off to somebody else, which is even better.
And get
The
same
results
results.
that you would do.
Have you ever had it hallucinate on you?
Absolutely.
What's the
especially
wildest
when
thing it's ever done?
Well, I haven't gotten weird things as far as employees or anything like. I haven't got anything like that. What I have gotten that's weird is numbers.
Yeah.
When I put in big data sets,
It's not good at math.
I know Terry well, you have Claude as well. You're a Grok guy, but you have Claude. And I have a particular situation that I'm working on with a big data set that no matter chat will tell me it knows it's getting it wrong and it knows why it's getting it wrong, but then I'll go in there and fix it and I'll still get
It can't get it right.
But if you can live with a 5.5% variance, it's okay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in this case, he can't.
Claude probably is the tool for that, right, Mitch?
I think so, but I mean, because some of the accuracy stuff, I mean, Terry's told me some of the things you're working on. Like, you've got to be down to the millimeter on a measurement, so you can't be off on numbers. They've got to be right.
Yes.
Well, and he's trying to have it analyze time and gaps in time, and it's having a hard time. So some of these things that are beyond some of these things that are beyond the capabilities of the off-the-shelf retail version of the. There are programmers and engineers, AI engineers that are out there that can build a more specialized tool. So to your point, Brad, don't just give up on it.
Right.
You may just need to go another path. And the analogy that I continue to use is an employee, would you throw an employee overboard the very first time that they mess up? You don't.
Mason says no.
We've all thought about it, but
Depends what the situation is. But I think the point is you invest time and you train and you train and you train and you hope to see improvement.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a big fan of telling chat to make me a prompt. And ask it what you're trying to do and then build from there. If you earlier you asked how do people get started, just ask, how do I start doing X? And the first thing you're going to get back, you're probably not going to like, but you just got back a lot more information to know where you need to go, how you need to do it than you started with, and just keep on building from there.
I think, a guy, you're in your early 30s, right?
Yes, sir.
So a young guy that's leading a company, a sizable company, you're embracing it, and I think a lot of guys your age will. Guys, if our generation, and probably even the ones that are 10 or 15 years older than us that are still in business, they're probably going to be, I think, a little more hesitant. And so I think it's pretty exciting. I mean, you've got this long runway the rest of your career to really kind of work through this and come at it a totally different way than previous generations have run businesses.
Absolutely. I couldn't even imagine, I am a college dropout, but if I had that in college, I'd probably be worse off.
You
because
wouldn't need college.
Exactly. I'd probably be worse off because I probably would have graduated. I probably would have not learned anything. And at least back then I knew how to cheat and figure out how to still get the results before.
Yeah.
Versus now you have this tool where you cannot.
One last thing I wanted to ask, kind of as it relates to AI in your industry. I know you're starting to do a lot more kind of with drones and some of the reality capture type work. Are you seeing AI in those tools, or how do you envision AI kind of infiltrating more broadly your industry?
Everything. I mean, from image processing, generating of reports. We do something that's called drafting in the office. That's you take all the data from the field and then you draft up the survey in the office. It's bleeding into that. It's going to drastically improve that. I read stuff about it every day, but from top to bottom, honestly, the only thing that it's not going to, the last thing it will bleed into is the guys out in the field. Now, however, they're seeing that in the equipment they're using, the technology that they're using, but the guys are still out there surveying. They just have better tools. It's the not to get too deep on you guys, but it's the blue collar will be the last ones that get affected by AI.
It's not going to change a tire for you.
It's not gonna fix your plumbing for you.
I give it 3 years on the tire.
Maybe Elon. That's a challenge, Elon.
Because he listens, so
he listens.
Yeah.
And he,
Nope,
anytime Terry challenges him to do
he
something,
just sent me a text. Hang on, I got to deal with this.
Before we wrap up, the last thing for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys using Whisper Flow?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Game.
Big
I'm
fan.
not. Help me.
You've been at it.
I'm weeks behind.
You're
What?
When I bought it for weeks ahead, I put you as a user and sent you an invite.
It went to his Google email
think it's
address,
a-
and
Which
then it got
email address
lost.
do
My
you-
Gmail.
Yeah.
It's
When you're as
it's
successful as Brad and you have 14 email addresses, it sometimes becomes challenging.
Tell
He has
me-
all those
14
assistants.
email
have-
addresses sounds
maybe-
like success.
Sounds like he needs to go ask Mason for some help on organizing
flow.
his life.
Yes, I definitely do.
Check your email.
Okay, I'll go back.
Why don't
But
you
yes.
tell everybody what it does?
So it's it transcribes your voice into,
I remember
into
this now.
text, and it does it very fast. We've all done it's on our iPhones, it's on our computers, and it picks up everything you say, but it's not always correct, and it doesn't fix things that should be fixed. Whisper Flow, for example, if I'm saying, hey, remind me, I'm sending an email, hey, let's meet on Monday. Now change that to Tuesday at 9 a.m. It's going to take out that Monday part. It's only going to leave the Tuesday.
And it doesn't. Hey.
What a
Sorry.
great comment, Mason. That was awesome.
The winner right
Ding,
here.
ding.
So, can you use this across any? It doesn't matter which piece of software. It's. I can be in my Google search bar
For sure.
and I can use that.
If you're
Right.
still living under a rock, yeah.
My Google. He just said my,
My
Google.
Google, yeah.
That's $100 fine.
I meant that on purpose, but
Right.
Yeah, you can do the long form chat prompts. You can fire off emails really fast. The biggest place I use it is probably making those long form chat prompts where I can just talk and talk and talk, and it's bam.
Because you
So
can
the-
talk
the-
5 times faster than you can type. So it just speeds you up tremendously.
some people it's 20 times
Oh,
faster.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I've
if you
seen the
type
people
like
out
this,
there
right?
that do this. Yeah.
Yep.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Mason, I'm excited to fast forward 6 months and have Mason back on and just see what you're doing.
I'm excited for 4 weeks from now when he gets the Plaud Pro.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's true.
We'll have Mason back on for sure. Well, in the meantime, you're running the surveying company. People need a land survey or those type of services. Where can they find you?
EagleSurveying.com.
All right.
And it's not just land surveying either. We got a lot of other
Reality
cool
capture.
technology.
Yeah, we got some other stuff in the works.
I bet I can tell right now you're staying on the cutting edge of things, and that's awesome. I think customers and clients appreciate working with folks that are thinking ahead, and that's what we're trying to kind of encourage people to do. How do we stay weeks ahead? I think Mason's got us on a few areas. He's a few weeks ahead of us in some areas, which is awesome.
I'm just a man. Only a
Really,
man.
really appreciate you sharing your insights and thoughts today.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
No, that's it. We'll see
thought
you
it was
next
awesome.
time.
All
Yeah,
right.
No, thank you.
See you next time on Weeks Ahead.
Yep.